What's up, everyone? It's Wheeler here. Day 20 of the 50-day grounding challenge in 2020. 2020 vision, day 20. Let's get it. Yesterday was the new moon. Welcome to new beginnings. Today, we're going to talk about why you should have a morning routine. And we're going to talk about 10 things I do in my morning routine to jumpstart my day. So without further ado, let's go outside and get this grounding in. As you can see, your boy is barefoot. We got our mala beads on. We got our organite on. Metatron's cube in the middle. And we got our 8 chakras on the inside, blocking the EMFs. Positive thinking, positive memories. Verbal or visual cues. So we're out here grounding, breathing in Mother Nature, acclimating my body to the cold, having a good time. I'm feeling good. I did my morning routine this morning. I spent extra time because it's Saturday. I've been up since about 6 a.m. As they say, highly successful people get up early. So what do you want to do to mimic that and to elevate yourself? Wake up earlier. Some of the most, successful, or however you want to put it, wealthy people wake up at 4 a.m. Somewhere before 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. seems to be that sweet spot. But here we go. 10 things I do in my morning routine that can help jumpstart your day. So one, first and foremost, your morning routine starts with the night before. And what I mean by that, it starts with sleep hygiene that you do the night before. You want at least 1 to 3 hours that you're not eating before going to sleep. You don't want high sugary foods. You don't want to be consuming caffeine about at least 4 hours before you go to sleep. And you want to make sure that you're not on electronics within at least a couple hours of going to sleep, maybe 1 hour. And you want to check your mindset when you're going to sleep. Do some meditation, get yourself in the right mindset before you go to sleep. So number 1, it all starts with your sleep quality, how much you sleep. You want to get 7 to 9 hours to perform optimally. Some people can perform off of 6. If you're one of those, go ahead and do you. My grandma could perform somehow off of like 4, and she's like 80 something, but I'd say those are outliers. All right, number 2, this is something that's very important to me. Number 2 of your morning routine. Your immediate thoughts when you wake up dictate your whole day. So if you're waking up mad, depressed, stressed that you have to get out of bed, it's going to set the tone for your whole day. So what I do immediately when I wake up is I have 3 alarms. One alarm is a daylight alarm, so that starts me out with light. That simulates the sunrise. And then I have my Alexa set to Jason Stevenson I Am affirmations. So while I'm coming into that alpha brain state and I'm coming out of my deep sleep and my subconscious is open, I'm having sweet nothings whispered into my ear. I had that happen today. Today I think was the first day I did it when I woke up. I've been doing it for almost a month every time I go to sleep with positive results. And then start your morning with gratitude. So think of a couple things you were thankful for when you wake up. Number 3, our body is majority water. Number 3 is hydration. You got to start off I, I suggest drinking 8 to 16 ounces of water the second you wake up. I use filtered water, try to use water that doesn't have fluoride in it so you can decalcify your pineal gland. I have a large shaker cup next to my bed, filled up at night, so when I wake up, I can drink that. Number 5, things you should do when you wake up. Have an abundance of full spectrum light. I have a SAD light, seasonal affective disorder, full spectrum light box right next to my bed. So my face, when I'm laying sideways, can be about 6 inches away from it. You don't typically want to look directly into them, but I turn that on immediately when I wake up. I have my Philips sunrise simulator that goes off in the morning. I have my Alexa turn on my smart light across the room. And then what I try to do at this point, I try to make sure I get out of bed, open all the blinds, and then I have another 300 watt LED and a lamp that I turn on. And I actually need more light in the room. So have an abundance of light and try your best to get natural sunlight. And so that was number 5 of things you can do in the morning to jumpstart your day. Number 6, the sixth thing you can do to jumpstart your day is meditation. I cannot stress this enough. I do meditation every morning if I can. I do it throughout the day and at night. What I do typically is mindfulness meditation in the morning. This involves I sit on a yoga block and I do a body scan. Body scan is essential for me because it's really hard to get in a mindful state. If you're tense, your shoulders are tense, your jaw is tense, your forehead is tense. I do a body scan, relax all of my muscles in my body, try to have a good posture. Slowly work your posture. If you're sitting up straight and you're uncomfortable, then you're not really going to get the benefits that you need because you're going to have trouble getting yourself in a mindful state. So body scan is the number 1 thing. Number 2 is focus on your breathing. I do 5-second breaths with about 3 to 5 second rest at the top and the bottom. Once you get your breathing straight, then go into mindfulness. Observe your thoughts. Sit as the observer. I've been reading the book Untethered Soul. This is another thing you can do in the morning. Do not check your phone. I'm going to cover that. That goes with meditation. Don't start with your phone. The phone isn't involved in any of this. I put mine in airplane mode. That goes with sleep hygiene so that it's not disturbing you at night with the light or the buzzes or the beeps. Untethered Soul talks about sitting in the observer spot of consciousness, and that means you're separating yourself from the external world, your sensations, and everything going on, and you just watch these thoughts go through. Consider them, people that enter your home and exit. Watch them come and go, and as you do that, just slowly whisk them away out of your house, and eventually you'll feel what I feel is I feel my forehead relax. I feel like my prefrontal cortex kind of like slow down, just like shut down almost, and I'm just kind of sitting deep, and just like I get to the state, and it takes me 5 to 10 minutes to start slowing my brain down, and this is where I sit for about as long as I can. It feels amazing, and that's where you're getting these positive effects. What I do before meditation is I burn my Palo Santo. You're starting your olfactory senses, and this is signaling that you are starting your routine in the morning. And what I do is I say like a little mantra prayer, cleansing myself of any energies or entities that aren't helping me achieve my highest version. And then I smudge myself, and then it's in the air while I'm meditating. All right, we're gonna go inside now. I'm getting cold. All right, so the 7th thing I do in the morning, right out of meditation, I typically don't even open my eyes. I'm on a yoga mat, I'm on a yoga block. I start doing yoga and stretching. And that is the 7th thing that I do in the morning, and these are pretty much in sequence. And what I try to do is when I'm doing yoga, stay in this meditative state where I'm mindful and incorporating my breathing, and I'm doing these stretches. I just do whatever I have time for, but I typically try to hit as many muscles in the body as possible. So I start grounding myself standing up, baby back bend, bring myself down to a forward fold. I bring my prayer to all my chakras and my heart center before I get to the forward fold. Then forward fold, and then we do downward dog, and then we do the, as they would call it, some people would call it like cobra style stretch, get the stomach. I do some stretches to get the hamstrings. And then I do a few more, cat and cow poses. And then I do a few more yoga poses to get myself fully stretched and ready for the day. If you're new to yoga, Google some beginners yoga routines that are simple. They have some that are anywhere from like 3 minutes to a whole hour. So look those up and do what you have time for. Right now, I have to take my kitty Julesies to the vet, so we are gonna continue this in the car and at the vet. All right, so we are in the Blue Lagoon here. We are taking Jules to the vet. She's super pumped. Just to get a couple little shots. She's totally fine. She's not having an amazing time. I think when she was little, she didn't mind as much, but now she's pretty used to being cozy in the crib. You're running about just on time, per usual. She did not want to come in here. It's okay, Julie. She hasn't been to the vet in a while. They take pretty good care of her. Alright, right now we're going to talk about number 8 of what you should add to your morning routine to get your day jump started. Number 8, I selected blood flow. So blood flow. This involves doing some sort of light exercise, whether it's a walk, whether you're doing some push-ups, some jumping jacks, something to get the blood flow, oxygen go into your brain, and get your day jump started and get you waking up. So we're gonna continue the rest of this probably when I get to the vet. In the house, literally. We're drinking some tea. This is part of my morning ritual. It is Yogi Tea, which is organic. Yogi Positive Tea has a bunch of good stuff in it, and it has more caffeine than typical tea. Cinnamon, turmeric, raw honey, local honey, and reishi mushroom I put in there. All the good stuff is in that because I'm getting over a little cold, starting to feel better. Jules is back from the vet. Jules, how you doing? Psst, psst, psst. She's chilling, she's having a good time. So without further ado, again, let's get to number 9. For number 9, I chose hygiene, and I don't mean showering. You don't have to shower every day. I probably didn't shower in the last couple days. You can think that's gross, but it helps your body. Your body builds up its natural oils. It's winter here, it's super cold out. I'm not sweating a whole lot. If I go to the gym, I typically will shower. I will almost always shower. And that was like 2 days ago. But what I mean for hygiene, I mean neti pot. We got the neti pot, we got the Neilmed nasal rinse. Let me go grab it for you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Right here. Do this every morning. This will help cleanse your third eye chakra. Neilmed. What you do is you put the saline salt in here, then you put distilled water. Let me grab the distilled water for you. Actually, this is purified water. Typically you want distilled water. That's all I had access to. You put that in. I microwave it on this microwave. This one's really powerful for about 29 seconds because it's colder. In the summer, it's like 25. If you overheat it, you will know because it'll be too hot. And I've done it where I was in a hurry and I burnt my nozzle. So be careful. Tongue scraper. It's a morning and night thing that I do. In Ayurvedic practices, tongue scraping removes what they call ama in Ayurveda. And ama means toxins in Ayurveda. And it cleanses the mind. So your body builds up, like your tongue builds up like bacteria and all types of nasties from eating and just throughout the day. Tongue scrape helps remove that. And easy, I mean, this is self-explanatory, but floss and brush your teeth. That's an everyday thing. I know a lot of people with a lot of cavities. I still have baby teeth from just genetically, but I've retained all of them by taking care of, like, amazing care of my teeth. It might not seem like it because genetically my teeth are how they are, but I've taken amazing care. I haven't had to be in and out of the dentist with a lot of work. And masticating, not masturbating, masticating is very important for your health. Being able to chew your food down and take your time helps with your digestion and your overall health. So with that being said, number 10, the 10th thing you can add to your morning routine to jumpstart your day is nutrition. And when I do not just mean eating, that means to eat or not to eat. I typically do not eat breakfast because I like to fast overnight into the middle of the day, middle or end of the day, the next day. And that's how on my journey, how it helps me with energy. I have more energy that way. Sometimes when I eat too early in the morning, I get bogged down. My digestive system has to kick in, and it just slows me down. So I like to fast. There's studies that show that either way is good. If you eat something healthy, it can have good results. If you fast, that's not necessarily bad either. It can have positive results as well. You do what's best for your body and what you prefer. If you do eat something simple that you can eat, like whole grain oats, I like to do like a granola cereal that's gluten-free and has some fruit in it, and I'll add some fruit or eat some fruit on the side. And right now I have coconut milk, or I use almond milk or something like that. Or you can do like steel-cut oats and fruit and, almond milk. That is a healthy breakfast. So that's 10 things that you can add to your morning routine. If you don't have time for all 10, make sure that you hit these 3 categories: your mind, body, and your spirit. Make sure you hit the mind, body, and spirit immediately when you wake up, and throw good things into those 3 items. And that'll get you jump started for the day, and that'll start your trajectory for the whole day, and that'll get your mind programmed to get on a routine and break old habits. So, what does it mean? Health, happiness, and abundance. Health, health, happiness, and abundance to you all. Also, peace and love, and manifesting on this new moon energy. Welcoming you guys to new beginnings. Everyone have an amazing day. Have an amazing weekend. Peace.